So why do I want to be on the leadership course? I've been in a unique position over the last year or so. I've seen Rob on the course. I've been in the same office with him. I've seen how he's changed. He's told me that he's changed, he's calmed down. And I think it's going to help me massively with both my family and my work life. It's going to help me with the skills that I need to succeed at Haines Watts. And since the presentation, I was quite down about it. Obviously, it didn't go too well. And since then, I've done quite a few things. Starting the next day, actually, my wife brought me a video of Barack Obama doing a wonderful presentation. And it was really interesting to see what he was saying, how he was saying it, because my presentation skills lacked, and I learned a lot from just keep watching that video. Secondly, I went to a wedding later that day, and I felt like my ability to communicate with different people had been really hammered. I needed to go out and reassure myself. I spoke to everyone, and it was nice to hear a compliment from one of my friends to my wife later on, basically saying, I wish I could just go and talk to people that I don't know like that, strike up a good conversation, and that helped out. And when I got back to work, I kind of considered, what do I need to do? I needed to go and revisit my 360, talk to the people that I'd given their opinion on me previously, and I did that. Spoke to a couple of people. The opinion was good, and after that gave me a bit of positivity about all of this. Secondly, I spoke to a couple of people, and there'd been an incident that they could bring up. We talked about how maybe what the reaction I wanted, what I wanted to say, hadn't come across in the same way. But rather than just sitting back, I listened and took on what they said, because to be honest, it wasn't important what I was trying to say. It was important what came across. So I need to think about that in the future, and it was useful. Finally, I spoke to Diava, someone who I'd had problems with in the past, and again, I just let her speak, and it was interesting to see how her point of view came across. Very different from what I thought, but that's how she felt, so it was right. So I listened, and I'll make sure that from now on I don't act in that way. I've thought about those situations. I've thought about how I'd handle them. I've actually spoken to Rob about those situations and gone through what I would do differently and got his opinion. Lastly, I spoke to Alistair. It was mentioned in my presentation that Alistair was someone that I'd spoken to, and actually he said to me I'd opened up to him a little bit, not lots, but I'd opened up to him, but I hadn't used him when I needed to. I just used him when I had to. So it was good to go over a couple of things. This for number one, where had I gone wrong? What was his opinion of that? And he gave me some really useful feedback. Finally, what do I want to do? What am I going to do in this future? I'm going to speak to people on my 360, get feedback on my leadership, how I've changed, what maybe I could have done better over the last few months, speak to others who I'm now working with a little bit more closely than I had previously. And finally, hopefully continue on the leadership development program. I want to be that person that can get the extra half an hour. Like someone wants to stay that extra half an hour for me. I want to be the person that they feel positively about the situation after we've worked together. I want the staff to want to work with me in future, and I want my bosses to want to work with me in future and enjoy what we do together and feel like I want to get the best out of the team that I work with, and that starts with me. Thanks.